holes in that we need. So we're going to go plane. We're going to go offset plane. We're going to select a reference point or a reference plane, and we are going to do the ZX plane. And we're going to offset this plane by half of our diameter, so we can do 46 would be half. So 46. Hit preview. It's on the outside like we'd like. So we're going to hit OK. And there's our plane. Okay, so now we are going to click our plane, and we're going to go and do hole command. And we'd like to position our sketch in reference to our plane. Okay, so we're going to hit our constraint button, and we're going to select our center axis and the point, and we'd like them to be in the same spot, so we're going to offset them by 0. And then we are going to hit the constraints again, our point, and this line, and that needs to be 27. Hit enter. Now that we have our hole placement, we can exit Sketcher, and we want to do a counterbore hole, and with a diameter. Counterbore hole is what we're working with, diameter of 36 and a depth of 4, and we want to go to extension, and we'd like to go up to next, and we're going to do a diameter of 22. Make sure that everything is left the way it was. Hit preview. And okay. And there we have our first hole. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, and we are going to do it on the opposite side. So we're going to, once again, create a plane. So plane, an offset plane with a reference, we're using the ZY plane, I'm sorry, the ZX plane. ZX. And once again, it's offset by half of our total diameter of the part, but we're going to reverse directions, so it's on the opposite side. Hit OK. And now we are going to do a hole command again. Hole command, and we're going to select our plane. Hit OK. We'll fix that. We need reverse directions so that our hole appears on the other side. I'll show you in a second. Right now it's a little hard to rotate it. We're going to hit, make sure it's up to next, the same parameters as before, so 22 diameter, counterboard 36 and 4, still the same. Okay, we're going to hit preview. Notice you can't see it currently because it's on the other side. We're going to hit OK. And we are going to rotate it. Now part, our hole is a little bit off, so we're going to re-enter, and we're going to position our hole in Sketcher, which I forgot to do. And once again, we're going, oops, that was silly of me. Let's just fix our view. We'll zoom out so we can see. We're going to constrain. Here's our axis. So we're going to select our axis line, center line, and we are going to select our point, and we are going to constrain those to 0, as from before. So it's centered, and now we're going to constrain it again. So this point, and that is a distance of 27. And now we can exit Sketcher, and it should be centered. We'll hit preview, see? Hit OK, and there we go. Now we have it. Now what we want to do is we need to create, we're going to hide our planes so as not to get confused later. Makes it a little easier. We're going to hide both of them, leaving the center one still there. And we're going to create a new plane, but we're going to put it on the inside because we need to build the part to pad out the inside. So, going to select plane. So we select plane, and we want to put it, we're essentially going to start from the furthest out and pad in to meet the surface. And this will be done on the inside, which you can't see, but I will show you momentarily. So with that in mind, we are going to select our reference, which is the same as before, the ZX plane, and we're going to offset it by half of the inner diameter, or the half of, or offsetting it by half of 50, which is 25. And we're going to hit preview, and we're going to hit OK, and then we are going to go into to select our plane that we just created. We're going to go into Sketcher, and we're going to create the inner and outer circles of our cylinder that we're going to be creating. So with the circle command, we're going to do a radius of 39, or a diameter of 39 for our outer part of our shaft, cylinder. And so 39 divided by 2 is 19 and a half as our first radius, our first circle. And then we're going to create a second circle with a radius. The diameter of that circle is 22. So the radius for that will be half of that, which should be 11. And now what we'd like to do is we want to select one of the circles and select the smaller ones. We're going to match size to size. And then we're going to constrain them, or want them to be concentric with our other circle, with our other hole. And we're going to do the same thing again, selecting the outside this time, concentric, and this appears on the inside even though it's on the outside of our part. So we are going to exit Sketcher, and let me show you what the part looks like. See, it's on the inside. to do now, I'll show you the thickness. So we're going to pad, we're going to go up to surface, we're going to select the surface, I'm going to hit preview, and there we have it. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we need to create another plane, an offset plane, offset by the same amount, 25, and we're going to click the same ZX plane as we used earlier. This time we're going to reverse direction, so it's on the other side. And we're going to hit OK. And then we are going to go in, select our plane, go into Sketcher, and do the same thing we just did previously. So our first circle radius is half of the previous, we'll do a smaller circle first. So 11, and our second radius circle, we're going to do 19 and a half. We're going to make them concentric by selecting both using the shift key, concentric, and once again we're going to select the inner circles and match those, concentric, and we are going to exit Sketcher. Once again, as you can see, we're going to pad our sketch, select reverse, select up to surface, we're going to select our surface, hit preview, looks light, so hit OK, and as you can see, there it is. So we're going to hit a better view, and there you have it, the completed piston. Generally in CATIA, it's nice to go back and rename your individual holes and things in sketches so that you can look at the part later, or someone else can look at the part and know what went on. So, but this will conclude the piston design.